ओके गाइस, सो वेलकम टू दिस वीडियो। अभी तक आपने अगर इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए जल्दी से क्लाउड से रिलेटेड वीडियोस देखने के लिए। AWS और Azure AWS की प्लेलिस्ट मिल जाती है आपको। कोई भी वीडियो सर्च करना हो बहुत इजीली सर्च हो जाएगा। क्लाउड इसमें जाइए, यहाँ पर यूट्यूब पर जाइए, क्लाउड लर्निंग चैनल को सर्च कीजिए और कोई भी वीडियो अगर किसी भी टॉपिक से रिलेटेड आपको देखना है तो यहाँ पे आपको मिल जाएगा। हिंदी और इंग्लिश के वीडियोस मिल जाते हैं, तो कोई वीडियो हिंदी में होगा, कोई वीडियो इंग्लिश में होगा। सॉरी फॉर ऑल इनकन्वीनियंस अगर आपको कुछ इनकन्वीनियंस आता है, बट मोस्टली आपको वीडियोस मिल जाएंगे।
सपोर्ट प्लान 3 है।
और आप
एक
दोनों ही
फ्री में
लैंग्वेज
है।
समझते हो तो आप इजीली इसको अंडरस्टैंड कर पाओगे। इफ यू गो फॉर दिस, लाइक सपोज यू वांट टू सर्च फॉर Azure videos, so you can go for like this. If you want to go for like any DevOps videos or SQL videos, suppose you want to see SQL videos, so see AWS RDS service came, AWS RDS service came right this way. If you want to go for CloudFront, suppose, so you just need to type that and you can easily find out, because there are a lot of service. So this is the most easiest way I can suggest. And all videos are relevant because concept used to be same always for every service. So don't worry like if any video is old or something like this, but concept is not going to change, right? Concept will be same like it is for cloud also. Like if cloud came, IT चेंज नहीं हुआ, IT का कंसेप्ट सेम ही है, बस ऑन प्रेम से क्लाउड पर आ गई हैं सर्विसेज। दैट इज द ओनली डिफरेंस। ओके, नाउ सो आई होप आपने सब्सक्राइब कर लिया होगा चैनल और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ ये शेयर कर दीजिएगा। आज के इस वीडियो में हम देखने जा रहे हैं अबाउट एसक्यूएल डेटाबेसेस ऑप्शन। ओके, what are SQL databases available? In my last video, I shown the complete demo, like where it is, how, what kind of three databases are there. So SQL databases, SQL virtual machines, SQL managed instance. These three options used to be there for SQL databases. Okay. Now the major thing is SQL databases and SQL managed SQL databases and SQL databases and SQL managed instance are the past solution, and SQL virtual machines are the EAS solution, where you will have a virtual machine and then you can install databases on it. You can access underlying hardware access as well, and then you will be able to do that. Okay, so this way how it works. Now, for SQL databases, let's see the demo first. Okay, we'll create a database and we'll see how it will go. So I click on create SQL databases. Now the first thing is that you need to have a subscription. So I have a subscription for you, like I'm using pay as you go, because uh, all other things used to get expired in 1 month, right? So we have to do continue our job, so that is fine. We need to create a resource group. Resource group, very beneficial in Azure. If you don't know to manage resources, right? If you don't know, see my resource group video again. Like go to cloud group, just type resource group. Okay, and you can find the video. So what is Azure resource group? You can find it. Okay, same way. Now we used to create databases like SQL, CB, RG. Okay, make it more says cloud learning resource group SQL. Okay, okay. So I am creating a new resource group. Then I have to create one database, cloud SQL. Okay, cloud SQL DB. Let's put it name one server. So you can just need a server, right? So click on create a new database. You will not be able to access this, that is for sure, but you need to create a database. Okay, CLDB SQL. Okay, what is the authentication? Microsoft Entra only authentication. That means Microsoft Active Directory authentication. So अभी Active Direct Azure Active Directory हो गया है Microsoft Entra Directory. So आप ये कर सकते हो, या आप दोनों टाइप के ऑथेंटिकेशन कर सकते हो, या सिर्फ एसक्यूएल ऑथेंटिकेशन कर सकते हो, मतलब कि यूजर सिर्फ एसक्यूएल में होंगे और उसके बाद लॉगिन कर सकते हैं, या आप दोनों से लॉगिन करा सकते हो. तो बोथ इज द गुड ऑप्शन normally used to have. Set admin, I am not sure like if I have created one admin here or not in Active Directory. So let me search. Okay, so Prashant is available there, Prashant Verma. So I will use this one. Okay. Server admin login is Prashant Verma, or just Prashant is sufficient. Password at the rate 123. Password at the rate 123. I created the server. Okay. Now database name is CLSQL DB1. Okay, that is fine. We want to do it for development environment, right? Let's see for the production, but we don't need that much capacity, but yes. Now on the configure part, if you see, it is like two servers would be there because one is primary copy and one is secondary high availability copy. Okay. So now we can keep the service tier. So service tier is like what kind of, see. So now select from the available tasks based on the needs of your workload. The V model provides a wide range of configuration. So what kind of configuration it should be there, right? That it supports. What you have, V core based purchasing model. Okay. V core based means CPU based purchasing model. Okay. And DTU based purchasing model, which is depend upon like on your CPU utilization. Okay. So I show you. You can compare service tiers. So there you can get the good value on this. So virtual core based purchasing model. So this purchase model provided choice between the provision or serverless compute tiers. With the provision compute tier, you choose the exact amount of compute resources that are always provisioned for your workload. With the serverless compute tier, okay, you specify the auto scaling of the compute resources over a configurable compute range. The serverless compute tier automatically pause databases during inactive periods when only storage is built, and automatically resume database when activity returns. The week or unit price value unit of time is lower in the provision compute tier than it is in the serverless compute tier. So price would be, and DTU. This purchasing model provides bundled compute and storage package balance for common workloads. Okay. So this purchasing model is bundle compute and storage package, and then you can go for this. So vCore is good for when you have an exact amount of compute resources, right? So that is good there. Or here you specify the auto scaling of the compute resources over a configurable compute range. So serverless and provision both are available. DTU is database transaction unit. This purchasing model provides bundled compute and storage packets. So suppose you are going for DTU, you are defining your maximum size of, see here it is. Okay. So data maximum size you are defining here. So see the option get changed. If you are going for general purpose, so there are two options: provision, where it is defined like okay, this would be your capacity, or serverless. So now in general purpose, if you see, you have up to 128 cores and 625 GB RAM, right? If you go for hyperscale, up to 8 TB cores is supported and 415 GB RAM is supported. Okay, now you can define your core like how many CPU you want. Okay, you can define your capacity like you can go for up to 80 CPU. Okay, so this is the difference between V core, right? And how many replica you want to create. Okay, one replica, two replica, up to four replica it supports. So that depends upon like which kind of capacity you are choosing. Now suppose if you are choosing business critical, right? So now again it supports up to 128 cores and 625 GB RAM, right? And then you can go like this, and you can go a number of data size, right? Like 307 GB log space would be allocated for data, right? So this way you can choose on based on your requirement, right? Now because it is a test server, I'll go for general purpose. Okay, I go for provision. I go for only 2 core CPU, and data size I go for 1 GB for log space, and rest would be your data size. Would you like to make this database zone redundant? If you say yes, so you can two databases would be created, one in one zone, second is other zone, right? But I say no. Now the total cost is coming 31,294 for this. Okay, so if you see, uh, so general purpose is the most specific this one, so I go for this. V core I can't go lower than 2. Okay, let me try to go with 1, so it will not allow, right? So minimum cost would be like 32,000. But if I choose for serverless, right, my option would be change. And now I can see like I can go for 1 core as well. Okay, maximum core I can go for 1 core as well. Auto pause delay, like when it is inactive, it would be lower. The server will get stop processing. Database processing will not be done. Okay. Database zone redundant. If you want to create, you can do. Otherwise, no. So here the cost is a bit less. 0.012314 per second, right? So per cost, estimated storage cost is 12, and the per month cost they not used to provide here, but it is kind of this one. Okay. So let's go for the demo purpose. Okay, and I can't go lower than this, so I'm going with this option. Okay, then what else? Okay, all good. So let's provision the database. Now database name, server we created. We don't want to use SQL Elastic Pool. Elastic Pool is another a good feature. Like what it will do, it will create a pool. Okay, Elastic Pool provide a simple and cost-effective solution for managing the performance of multiple databases within a flexible budget. And Elastic Pool provides compute and storage resources that are shared between the databases. So it is kind of a pool got created, and if you are having multiple databases, they can share the uh, CPU and memory, right? Databases within a pool only use the resources they need when they need them within configurable limit. The price of a pool is based for only for the amount of resources configured and is independent of the number of databases it contains. So you are just paying for the resources which you got configured in a pool. Okay. So whatever the memory and whatever the CPU size you define in the pool, based on that your databases would be used. Okay, so kind of shared memory you can say, right? Compute plus storage we have configured, right? 2 VIP core and 1 GB. Cost we have got like 32,000 per month approximately. Backup storage redundancy, what you want to do, how do you want to set up the backup? Okay, so choose how your point in time recovery and long time recovery backups are replicated. So to save cost, you can say local copy, so all the databases would be only in one region. Zone redundant, that means it would be in the same region but two different data centers. Okay. Geo redundant, that means the region would be different. Okay, so this would be the most costliest one. Okay, the next parts would be networking, security, additional settings, tags, review, and all such things. So, how you want to connect with public endpoint, with private endpoint, or you don't want to have access. Okay, so that would be like if you are accessing it from on via express route, so then you can definitely go for no access as well. Okay, so all are good. The other options are by default. You can go for good. You can set up the firewall rules if you require. Um, the public IP address, public endpoint you get. If you want to add the current IP addresses into firewall rules, definitely you can do that. Okay. How client communicate with your SQL database server? Okay, so there is a connection policy which says like user redirect policy for all client connection originating inside of Azure, except private endpoint connection and proxy for all client connection originating outside Azure. Proxy, all connection are proxied via the Azure SQL database gateways and redirect client established connection directly to the node hosting the database. Okay. So default is user redirect policy for all client connection originating inside of Azure except private endpoint connection and proxy for all client connection originating outside. So if somebody is connecting from outside, it would be proxy. If somebody is connecting from inside, it would be redirect policy. What will happen? Proxy, they go via direct database gateways, and for redirect, they will directly connect with the hosting databases. So default is good. Encryption by default, there is encryption available. Okay, and you can choose the latest encryption for this. Security, so you have by default security for Microsoft Defender. Okay, you will get first month free trial if you want to go for that. I don't want to go for that right now. Always encrypted database, that means your data would be always encrypted. If you want to enable always encrypted, definitely you can do that. We will go with the by default settings. We already enabled TLS encryption for the database, which is sufficient. Start with a blank databases, or you can restore from a backup. If you have already some database backup, you can definitely restore from backup as well. So you can select your backup and you can do. Right now we don't have. You can create with some sample database. So yes, I want to go with some sample database which name would be Adventure Works LT. Okay. Database collection define the rule that sort and compare data and cannot be changed after database creation. The default database collection is SQL Latin. This so we are good with the default, that is fine. Tags, and we can review and create. Now I have shown you all the steps which need to create. Okay, to save the money I just choose the different model, and for which if I go, so free database offer was there, that's why I just use this one, and now we are good. Our billing would be 0 for this, and we are good with the options, so let's create it. And I will come back once it get created. I will show you how it is working. Okay, and how you can connect the database as well. So now right now deployment got started, you can see, and it is in process. So here our deployment got ready. Okay, database server got deployed, sorry, database got deployed. This took approximately 2 minutes almost, and we are able to capture this one. So here you can see like these resources got created. So this is a SQL database. Okay, this is the SQL server behind it. Definitely, I don't think like it is just it got created, but it is 1 minute 13 seconds. You can see database got created. The complete activity took like 1 minute 13 seconds. Here, if you see 1 minute 21 seconds for SQL server, and 1 minute 20 seconds for this. So approximately within 3 minutes, the server got created successfully. Now we can go to the resource and we can check how it is looking. So if you go to all services again, like you go to databases, SQL databases, now you are able to see the database details here. Okay. Now you can, so this this video is bit lengthy, I understand, but definitely it is very helpful for you because we discover a lot of options and you get things in details, right? So definitely that would be helpful for you. Please bear with that, and definitely it will help you a lot. So आप देख सकते हो resource group is this, status is online. Okay, and this is your server name, so I can try to connect, and just to save your time I just have one SQL client, so I'm just choosing this, and I choose SQL server here. Network type is SQL server, Microsoft SQL server. Okay, and then in host name server I'm giving this server name, prompt for credential, open. Username was Prashant, password at the rate 123. So let's see if it can get connect. So here you can see all the details, like it is good. So it is getting connected on 1433. So here if you see a database, we selected Microsoft SQL Server. Library, I given the database name, prompt for credential, port for 1433, and I can rename it if yes. So the database name was CLDB SQL1, I believe. So I just put it there and I choose database name, so it is not there. So I just say login right now. Okay, I say open. Username was Prashant, and password was password at the rate 123. I log in here. So it's give me one warning like there is security issue and I should install Microsoft All DB driver from this website. That is fine from Microsoft, and it got connecting. So now see in the backend it got connected. So my database name was SQL SQLDB1, right? If you remember, the database name which we given was CLDB SQL1. Okay, so that is the same database I got connected now, CLSQLDB1, and I can get the details. So uh, what are the details like fetch database items? So now you can start working on. So once database got connected, database administrator can start working on this one and they can proceed with the things. That is the whole scenario, right? So I hope so. This is our database name, right? SQL database which got created, and here database related information also you can see, and you can manage this database as well. Okay, so I hope this video already become a bit long, so I don't want to take your much time. In the next videos maybe we can search like the other options which are available for this, but definitely you can maintain your complete database from here. I hope you will like this video, and this video should be useful for you. The only one change I also did and which I just would like to share with you, it required the connectivity. So to set up the connectivity part, actually I said, uh, so for that actually I gone there, DB1, and then in the connectivity options I set up the firewall rule. So that is the only change which I did extra uh, to make the connection work, and here it is. This is showing the connectivity settings, that is fine. So one option I just changed for connectivity things. So there I just nothing much I need to do. I just set up the firewall rule and that worked for me. Okay, and I am able to connect this database. So I hope you, if you have any question, feel free to let me know and I will be happy to assist you. Thanks again for watching this video. Please share your comment, your location in comment section or your feedback. I definitely your comments and your likes motivate me to get to create more videos on that. Thanks a lot once again. Bye bye. Take care.